Coming up next on this edition of In the City, Tennessee's largest bridge project is going on right now in the city of Murfreesboro. The folks from the Building and Codes Department talk about new guidelines that will make new homes more energy efficient. There's an internet sensation among us. You'll never guess who it is. One Murfreesboro City School was paid a special visit from some wild guests. All this and more coming up on this edition of In the City. Hi, and welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Vinny Black. Murfreesboro is home to the largest bridge project in Tennessee right now. The bridge will connect Old County Farm Road to Joe B. Jackson Parkway. We traveled out to the job site to catch them installing the large I-beams that will support a major portion of the bridge.
The Joe B. Jackson Parkway Road project has been going on since May 2013. It will connect what used to be County Farm Road from South Church Street to Joe B. Jackson Parkway, consisting of 3 and 5 lanes. Included in the project is the construction of a bridge over railroad tracks and the Stones River. It will be the longest bridge in Rutherford County. Construction of the bridge began at both ends and will continue until they meet in the middle. Part of the construction includes the installation of I-beams that make up the main structure of the bridge. The I-beams come from Jackson, Tennessee, from Construction Products Incorporated. They travel in a caravan on the interstate, and when the trucks exit, part of the road has to be closed. The beams are 112 feet long, weigh 88,000 pounds, and are made of pre-stressed cables, rebar, and concrete. When they back the trucks up, the trailer has its own steering mechanism that is controlled via remote by a worker standing on the back of the trailer. The beams are then fitted with hardware, nuts, bolts, and clamps. After fitted with hardware, they are backed down to the cranes, where a worker gets on top of the beams, connects them with heavy-duty straps that the cranes will use to put them in place. Workers are then lifted on top of the structure where the beams will be placed. They are anywhere from 25 to 38 feet above the ground. 2 crane operators working together pick up the beam, one on each end. Very methodically, the crane operators maneuver the beam up to its resting stop. The workers on top communicate with the crane operators by hand signals. They guide the beams into a designated place on top of the column and install the cross bracing that helps hold them in place. They wear full-body harnesses anytime they are more than 6 feet off the ground. The bridge is 1,254 feet long and approximately 66 feet wide. It will take 66 beams for this bridge construction. The project is slated to take 2 years to complete.
The city of Murfreesboro has recently adopted new building codes for citizens and builders. We talked to the building codes director to find out when these new codes go into effect.
My name is Gary Whitaker. I'm the director of the Building Codes Department for the city of Murfreesboro. And we enforce building codes. Our purpose is to ensure public safety, welfare for the citizens of Murfreesboro through the enforcement of our adopted codes. We are required by state law to adopt new codes every so often. We have just went through the process of adopting new codes, and they will go in effect on May the 1st. We have to do that to stay in compliance with state law. At the end of this year, in fact, if we did not adopt new residential codes, we would have been out of compliance with state regulations. Not only do we have stakeholder meetings, in talking to the contractors and the people that the codes actually will affect, we also talk with our neighbors, Smyrna, Laverne, Nashville, Davidson County, and we do that to try to see kind of when everybody's going to adopt new codes, because what we'd like to do is when we adopt them is try to adopt them around the same time. And that's a big convenience for the developers and the builders, because if you can build under the same codes and the same rules and regulations in Rutherford County or Smyrna or Laverne or Davidson County, Nashville, then it's a lot easier. You don't have to try to remember who's got what adopted. So as a convenience to them, we try to coordinate that, and that is the process going on as we speak. The city of Murfreesboro has adopted new codes that are going to go in May 1st. I know Rutherford County is in the process, so is Smyrna. And Davidson County, Nashville. Probably the most significant changes are the energy conservation code. It's going to require homes to be built a little bit tighter, little insulation values a little more, which will give a better product. There will be what they call a blower door test that every home has to be checked. And what that is checks the air leakage in the home to make sure that it meets a minimum air leakage. The more efficient the house, the more economical it is to heat and cool. And for the consumer, that's going to be a good change, actually, having a more energy efficient structure. If you'd like to see that list of adoptions, you can go to our website, go to the City of Murfreesboro website and click on building codes. There's a list of our currently new adopted codes and the effective date of those. And if you'd like to view those, you can more than welcome come in our office on 111 West Vine Street, come to the Building Codes Department. We have those available to look at as far as the new code books. Now also what you can find on the web would be the adopting ordinance that the legal department has helped us with, as well as any addendums to those codes.
If you have any questions, call the Building and Codes Department at 893-3750. Also, the Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department adopted the 2012 International Fire Code that goes into effect May 1st, 2014. There's a secret the crew at Old Fort Golf Course is hiding. They're all talented actors. We sat down with the mastermind behind their sensational works.
Yo, VIP, let's kick it. Slice, slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby.
Now wait a minute. Just hold up 1 minute. I recognize that fella. Either Vanilla Ice has been pumping some iron, or that's Marty McCurry from Old Fort Golf Course.
I think that's probably been the biggest response, is people have kind of a little bit taken aback because maybe I don't look like somebody that would do that.
Okay, I gotta see more. Play the video.
Right, stop. Concentrate and listen. The slice is back with some real bad intentions. My hand, hold the club real tightly. Flow like a blacksmith, the ball will go rightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. If I could play the slice, I'd go low. To the extreme, my drives are in shambles. Squeezing so tight, I can't manhandle. Slice. I wanna fix this thing soon. Sweeping scores away like an old style straw broom. Deadly. Man, I need a remedy. Swinging like this sure is a tragedy. If I can't retrieve it, you better make way. Hitting this slice makes it so hard to play. If I could fix the problem, you know I'd solve it. Left or right spin, my ball sure is revolving. Slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby.
Personally, I've done this or something similar to this my whole life. I mean, my family's actually a musical family. I'm not. I was not gifted with musical ability like they are, so I've always kind of tinkered around shooting videos and practical jokes.
So you're telling me there's more of these videos out there?
What we've done, we did a 48 hours mystery spoof.
I'm Chris Morrison. Tonight's 48 Hours Mystery will try to uncover the truth behind the Almost Cupper.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
You know putting fool, you? Easy. Easy. Put your hand behind you. Hands off of him, man. Calm down.
We did the Swing Blade.
I'm Bobby Swing Blade, and your boss kind of sent me down here to kind of be in charge of everything till he gets back.
In charge of what?
Well, I reckon I'd like some of them there French fried taters and one of them sandwiches made out like their potted meat. A lot of times golf's like, well, you know.
And you can't forget your latest creation that we dug up.
Oh my gosh, Becky. Look at those hooks. He looks like one of those bad guys you see in those golf videos. You know, those bad guys, the ones whose swing is just so over the top. It's just so bad. His ball looks like a boomerang. I mean, it actually looks like it might come back.
I hit big hooks and I cannot lie. There's no way to deny. When my club comes down with a real close face and I don't rotate my waist, I get hung. Wanna throw that club cause I know that shot just stunk. Deep in the woods I'm heading. Hitting my next hook I'm dreading. Oh, pro man, I wanna get with ya. And they should take my picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but that hook so bad.
Make me so ornery.
It's no wonder Marty's first music video went viral with over 48,000 views. He's been a character his whole life.
Since I was 5 years old. I mean, in fact, my parents would get so irritated because I would imitate them.
Yeah, talk like this right here. We're gonna come down there and see if we can help y'all out today now.
And yeah, this is all fun and games, but there's a bigger purpose with these videos.
The sport's kind of not dying, but it's laboring really bad, and something needs to happen to get people to understand that, hey, you know, I can do this, I can maintain the integrity of the game and the history of the game, but we can still make it fun.
So relax, lighten up a bit, enjoy one of Marty's videos because somebody told me we haven't seen the last of him yet.
Well, I just want to tell you right now, y'all better look out, because more's on the way.
If a 7-foot raccoon got into my house, I'd have to call animal control. Scales Elementary decided to just let him do his thing.
Can I have your attention, please? I need all students and faculty to be on the lookout for a raccoon, approximately 7 feet tall, wearing a jersey, shorts, and no shoes. He's been witnessed running, dancing, kissing, hugging, lifting weights, eating ice cream, and playing video games all on school grounds. If you see this furry character, be advised he is armed and dangerous. That is all.
This is what it looks like when an NFL franchise invades your elementary school. Scales Elementary participated in the NFL's program to create an active and healthy youth.
Play. It's a really good program. We've done it for a couple of years now. Done 175 of these school shows all over the Mid-South. Been almost 200,000 kids that have seen the show, and it's a very positive message, and it's one that the NFL's been trying to get out as far as getting kids out and active for 60 minutes of activity and play each and every day to stay fit.
For the NFL's Play 60 program, the Tennessee Titans partnered with Tennessee State Parks to show kids how they can live a healthy, active life that will allow them to be successful at home, at school, and on the sports field. T-Rac, the 8-time Pro Bowl mascot of the Tennessee Titans, gave some great examples of how to eat right, study hard, and get active.
My favorite part is when he gets out his oversized backpack and we discover what play tools are in there for them to play 60 and exercise with, and then he gets the jump rope out, and we all know how that one is. It doesn't end too well for T-Rac. The kids seem to love it, and a school like Scales, who's been a part of that American Heart Association Jump Rope for Heart program. It's a great exercise for a healthy heart. And when you find schools that have been participating in that, they know all about the jump rope, and then they are experts compared to T-Rac's epic fail, if you will.
T-Rac was a little clumsy. Show was great. I thought T-Rac was funny.
He was dancing very funny.
Some Tennessee Titans called in to give the kids some good advice.
You want to stay healthy, so it's important to always be working out, lifting weights, and taking care of your body.
Jake, what would you tell the boys and girls this morning if someone told them they weren't smart enough, they weren't big enough, fast enough, they couldn't achieve any of their dreams at all? What would you tell them?
I think a belief in yourself is the most important belief you can have. You guys got to believe in yourselves, believe in who you are and the strengths that you have, and don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do anything. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
And Ramble the Raccoon from Tennessee State Parks made an appearance to show off his newly trimmed physique since he started getting out and playing 60 minutes a day.
Now look at Laura. She has Ramble's old Ranger pants. Look at Ramble before. And look at the new and improved Ramble after. Does Ramble look good or what?
Well, I learned that
it's always good once in a while to like get up off the couch and stop playing video games and actually like play outside, play football, basketball, anything that's gonna make your heart really strong.
I learned that you have to get outside and be very healthy.
And that's the core of their message, teaching kids to play any way possible. And packaging it all in a fun, entertaining way really helps it stick with the kids.
It always gets their attention at any school we go to. You get an NFL franchise to come in here with the mascot. T-Rac's an 8-time Pro Bowler. Everybody knows who he is. And then the Tennessee State Parks folks just kind of wrap it all up and tie it together when they show their animals and talk about nature and conservation and preservation of Tennessee.
And in case you have some doubts, you be the judge of whether or not these kids are ready to play by the end of the show.
In a quick summer, you're going to get up, you're going to go outside in the sunshine, and you're going to play.
Crime statistics for the city of Murfreesboro were released recently. We spoke with Sergeant Kyle Evans to compare the changes from last year to this year.
Well, Murfreesboro police officials released the 2013 crime statistics, in which we are pleased to report that we had a second consecutive year of crime reduction. The 2013 year saw reductions in 6 of the 8 Part 1 crimes that we report to the FBI as a way to measure the level of crime in communities throughout the United States.
Total reports of Part 1 crimes decreased from 6,032 in 2012 to 5,915, a decrease of minus 2%.
The 6 areas where we saw reductions include all of our violent crimes, such as homicide, rape, robbery, assault, and 2 of our property crimes, which is burglary and motor vehicle theft.
Reports of homicide decreased from 4 in 2012 to 3 in 2013, a decrease of minus 25%. Reports of rape decreased from 59 in 2012 to 38 in 2013, a decrease in minus 36%. Reports of robbery decreased from 141 in 2012 to 134 in 2013, a decrease of minus 5%. Reports of assault decreased from 1,869 in 2012 to 1,746 in 2013, a decrease of minus 7%. Reports of burglary decreased from 896 in 2012 to 745 in 2013, a decrease of minus 17%. Reports of motor vehicle theft decreased from 172 in 2012 to 164 in 2013, a decrease of minus 5%.
The 2 increases that we saw were arson and theft. Typically, you think of theft as stealing something maybe from someone's yard where they haven't entered a premise, or shoplifting, theft of bicycles. Those are the typical theft cases that we see here in Murfreesboro. And like the national statistics, theft is probably the most reported crime in the United States, according to the FBI. So we are not trending any differently than other communities across the United States in that area.
Reports of larceny or theft increased from 2,889 in 2012 to 3,077 in 2013, an increase of 7%. Reports of arson increased from 3 in 2012 to 9 in 2013, an increase of 200%.
Of course, any police department wants to see reductions in crime, but especially in violent crime, and there we were successful. In the 3 homicides that we had in 2013, we saw arrests made in all 3 of the cases, and all 3 are currently awaiting prosecution. So our clearance rate is 100% for the 3 homicides that we have.
Police Chief Glenn Chrisman was quoted in saying, "The dedication of the employees of the Murfreesboro Police Department to provide service and safe neighborhoods for residents and visitors to live and work is steadfast. Our officers will continue to strive for service excellence, seek justice for crime victims, and to hold criminals responsible for their actions."
With February comes Valentine's Day, and with Valentine's Day comes love, and love is a matter of the heart. With all that said, February is American Heart Month. That's right, a whole month dedicated to the health of your heart. Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation has events and programs that are all sure to tug at your heartstrings all month long. Strap on your dancing shoes and head over to the St. Clair Senior Center, February 14th, Valentine's Day, for their Valentine's Dance. Refreshments start at 6:30, and they'll be dancing till 10 that night. If dancing shoes aren't your thing, how about hiking boots? The Wilderness Station at Barfield Park will be hosting a night hike with fondue and live music afterward on Valentine's Day. The event will start at 6 p.m. and end at 8:30. If you decide to stop by SportsCom on Valentine's Day, you'll be greeted with a kiss. Hershey Kiss, that is. Everyone who comes by will receive a Hershey Kiss and a chance to win a free personal training session. Every Monday in February, you can get your blood pressure checked at the SportsCom weight room. And if you're a runner looking to change things up a bit, SportsCom will begin their Yoga for Runners program February 3rd through the 28th. Remember, most health goals for the new year are given up on in February. The people at Parks and Recreation want to help you. So stop by one of the many indoor or outdoor locations across the city of Murfreesboro. The bad news, McFadden Community Center is closed. The good news, much needed renovations to the center are underway and on schedule. The folks at McFadden Community Center are packing up and heading out. Temporarily, that is. It's an exciting time around the community center. They're moving out to clear space for some long-awaited renovations.
The building was built in 1968, so there's going to be a lot of new aesthetic areas. They're going to improve the front entrance. They're going to improve the areas for each of the organizations that use the building. The food bank will now have their own entrance and exit. Daycare you'll be able to access from more than one location, and the community development will also have better access to their rooms.
From January 20th until mid-May, the community center will be closed. A large part of the moving task is shifting the masses of goods from the Rutherford County Food Bank, which will be closed from January 15th to February 5th. It's shocking seeing the community center so empty and everything so misplaced, but it's definitely worthwhile.
Well, we're hoping that the renovations will bring more people, more kids over to our area. We currently do have lots of rentals and lots of people that use the center, but I think with the renovations, it's something we could definitely improve on and definitely host a greater scale, more participants. We're improving our bathroom facilities, we're improving our hallways, improving our game room, improving our gymnasium, and I definitely think people will want to come over here once this building is finished.
And if McFadden Community Center is your go-to place for activity, don't fear. Parks and Recreation has you covered.
Currently, we've relocated the kids that come up here. We've given them the opportunity to go to Patterson or SportsCom, and our youth basketball league that utilizes this building. The Murfreesboro City Schools have given us some additional gym space where we're able to house those additional teams that were practicing and playing over here.
And they really want you to check things out when it's all done.
We're hoping to have some type of grand reopening probably in late May, early June, once the building is complete, and we really hope everyone will come out and see the finished product.
Be sure to check Parks and Recreation's Facebook page and the city website for updates on the progress. And be patient during these renovations. Know that the reward is in the future. The city of Murfreesboro recently celebrated the retirement of a department director.
Linda Burt, the director of the St. Clair Street Senior Center, recently retired from the city. With a room full of senior center patrons, they sent her off with a lot of inspiring comments about Linda's tenure at the center. Afterwards, everybody was treated to some food and good fellowship. Linda started working with seniors in 1987 as the executive director at an independent living complex in Lauderhill, Florida. In 1989, she was vice president of Senior Living Management Corporation in Cleveland, Tennessee. In 1990, she was the executive director at Bowling Green Retirement Village in Bowling Green, Kentucky. In 1998, she was the executive director of Riverton Senior Center in Riverton, Wyoming. And in 2008, moved to Murfreesboro, Tennessee to become the director of the St. Clair Street Senior Center.
I'm so proud of the staff. They are so awesome to the point that, I could step away and it will still grow great because they are so good at what they do. They make my job easy. So, staff, I love you guys. You've done so much for me.
During her retirement, she plans to complete her doctorate, travel, lecture at universities and colleges, and have fun at the St. Clair Street Senior Center. Linda and her husband, Neil, have been married for 46 years and have 2 children.
This year's city election will have a little extra on the line. On April 15th, along with voting for a new mayor, city council, and board members, Murfreesboro citizens will have the choice to change the city's election date from April to August. If the referendum passes, the city election will fall on the same day as county and state elections. If it fails, city elections will continue to be held on the 3rd Tuesday in April, every even-numbered year. Early voting for this year's election will be from March 26th to April 10th, and Election Day will be April 15th. Monday, February 17th, in observance of President's Day, all Murfreesboro City offices, recreational facilities, and St. Clair Senior Center will be closed. The Rover public transportation service will not run. If the weather is nice enough, you may want to head out to the Old Fort and VA golf courses. They'll be open. Your garbage will not be picked up. Monday's garbage pickup will be Tuesday, and Tuesday's garbage pickup will be Wednesday. That's it for this edition of In the City. For more information about the City of Murfreesboro, head over to the city's website at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to watch a specific story you've seen today or catch some of the latest city news, visit the City of Murfreesboro YouTube channel. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.